Y'all know I wrote a book, right? It's called Buy a Game and it's free. Click the link down there, you got it.
DreAllDay.com.
This morning, a lot of times people come to me and they ask me questions. This could be athletes, it could be business people, and they want to know how they can cut the gap between their skill level, the skill level they're at now, and where they want to be. Basically, they want to get that result. The purpose of developing the skill level so they can get the result that they want, either in your business, in your relationship, or your game. What's up, Wonder Woman? Good morning to you. And people want to know, how do I cut that gap? How do I close that gap between where I'm at and where I want to get to? And oftentimes, people have this false assumption that they have to have this certain amount of skill, or that you do have to have a certain amount of skill. People think they need a level of skill that they can't attain. They think that they need to be around some people that they can't be around. They think they need certain resources that they do not have. They think they need to be in a certain location, geographical area that they're not in. They think they need to be around certain people that they do not have a way of contacting. And often when people have these false assumptions that they have to do certain things or be certain places or become a certain person that they don't unconsciously or consciously believe they can get to or be at or do or have, then they basically unconsciously stop themselves from actually going for that goal anymore. So they might still be there, they might still be showing up and doing the thing, but if they don't believe they can get there, if people don't truly believe that they can be successful in something that they're doing, you can tell by their actions. We call it going through the motions. If any of you ever knew somebody who was just going through the motions, they're doing the thing, you see them showing up, you see them doing the activities the same as anyone else would do who was going for that same goal, but you can tell they're not really into it, that for whatever reason they don't really believe that they can be successful in that area, even though they're taking the actions that supposedly would lead to success. They just don't seem to really be bought into it. And that's because people had this false assumption that they had to have these resources, these things. And we all know that what's more important than having resources in life is being resourceful. That means instead of knowing that you have certain tools that will help you get from point A to point B, is knowing that whatever you got, you'll be able to make the most of it to get from point A to point B. And what that does is it shifts the responsibility from the objects and the situations around you. It shifts it from there, shifts it completely to you. You give yourself complete responsibility. And I was just listening to this podcast, and this guy said, we all know that if you want more, he said something about Superman. He said, Superman, I think they said in the Superman movie, I don't know because I didn't see it, with great power comes great responsibility. All of you have heard that phrase before, even if you didn't hear it in the Superman movie. With great power comes great responsibility. On the flip side of that is this. Spider-Man, okay, great, Spider-Man movie. I didn't see either one. But on the flip side of it, he said, listen, with great responsibility comes great power, which basically means when we talk about resourcefulness, everything that you decide to take responsibility for, you have power over. The more responsibility you decide to assume in life, the more power you will have over, and the more things you'll have power over in your life. So if you decide to take responsibility for your physical health and your body, now you have the power to actually do something about it. But as long as you think it's genetic, or you're big boned, or something the doctor told you that you're not going to ever be able to get in shape, guess what? You have no power because you're taking no responsibility. What does all that have to do with doing the most? The fact is this. If you lack skill, if you lack resources, ladies and gentlemen, because skills are a resource. If you lack skills and you lack resources in life, you can overcome all of that by doing the most, and doing the most, which basically means having a high level of activity. Because some people say to me, what's the thing that I need to do? What's the resource that I need to have? What's the book that I need to read? What's the program that I need to follow? Listen, the program you need to follow is just up your activity. If you just up your activity, eliminate all your time-wasting activities, eliminate all your time-wasting thoughts, all your energy-draining people, all your time-wasting people that are around you, and just put out the most activity in anything that you're doing, eventually you're going to get better because you're putting out more energy than anything else. God has the power. Should he have responsibility to give me a six-pack? Well, again, what you're saying is you're taking the responsibility out of your hands and putting it in someone else's hands. Even if you're saying God, or whoever your higher being is, you're putting the responsibility in their hands. Now you're taking the power away from yourself. The power is in you. The power is not in any spirit. The power is not in a book. The power is not in a program. The more responsibility you take, the more power you will have. So as long as you think the power is anywhere other than in your hands, you will not be able to make anything happen. You have no responsibility. And if you look around, anybody you know who has a lot of power, look around at them. They probably are responsible for a whole lot of stuff. And look at yourself, look at your life. Any area of your life where you have power, where people listen to you, where what you say goes, where you have a lot of influence, is probably because you have the most responsibility of anybody in that room, or you've decided to take on the most responsibility, or maybe responsibility just comes into you. Like, if you have a child, guess what? You have all the power over what that child does, says, wears, eats, where they go, when they sleep, when they wake up. Why? Because why? You got 1,000% of the responsibility. And that's exactly how life works. So if you want to improve your power, which I know everybody does, I don't think everybody's walking around like, hey, how can I have more responsibilities in life? Because when we think about responsibilities, what are we thinking of? More stuff that we got to do, right? Did I just leave the gym? How am I so active at 6 a.m.? Conditioning. And I've talked about that before, mental and physical conditioning. But what I was saying is, most people don't look for more responsibility, right? Because when you hear the word responsibility, what are we thinking of? More stuff we got to do, more people we got to talk to, more work, more jobs we had to take care of, more tasks on our to-do list that we probably don't want to do. Nobody's looking for more responsibility. But what you have to understand is that if you want more power, all you have to do is take more responsibility. And the reason why a lot of people don't have power in life, if you follow what I just said, is because nobody wants responsibility. So if you want power, here's the secret. All you got to do is find things to be responsible for and take that responsibility. All of a sudden, you got power in your hands. Done. What's up, family? Anyone can be great anywhere. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. You got to stop leaving me on long comments. I just stopped in the middle of the road. You had a responsibility not to be on the phone while driving. Well, I'm not on the phone. You see my hands? One hand on the steering wheel, one hand is chilling. I don't understand what people say about being on Periscope while driving. I'm not holding the phone. All I'm doing is talking to you. I'm not even looking. I'm looking at the road. So it's just like if somebody's sitting in my passenger seat and I'm talking to them. What's the difference? There is no difference. And anyway, I've done probably 100 of these driving, so I'm the professional here. I got this. How do you get over heartbreak? Well, it depends. There's a lot of ways you can get over heartbreak. First way is find something else to focus on besides that heartbreak. Besides whatever it is that you was just dealing with. If that's the only thing you got to think about, then that's going to be the number one, that's going to be a dominating thought on your mind. Whatever your dominating thoughts are, that's exactly what's going to be reflected in your life, your actions, your energies, your emotions, all of that. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dre All Day. Many know me as Dre Baldwin. I'm a professional speaker, author of 7 books. You can check my books out at the link in my bio. It's dreallday.com/Amazon. 4,000 videos on YouTube, 4,000 blog posts. I'm a mental game confidence expert. Baldwin, Baldwin. If you go to my Snapchat, Instagram, both of those, Dre Baldwin. My Twitter is at Dre Baldwin. You're already here on Periscope, so if you watch me for the first time, make sure you follow me. At least tap the screen, give me some hearts or something before you get out of here. And if you want my first book, it's called Buy a Game. I give it out for free. So go to dreallday.com. Just go to my website, dreallday.com. As soon as you get there, there's a pop-up that comes up on the screen. You put your name and email in. I'm going to send you an email with my book, and I send you the blog post that I write, because I write every single day. So those of y'all got any questions for me? The hearts is kind of like the like button. You know how on Facebook you hit the like button when you like something? Here on Periscope, you just tap the screen and it gives you hearts. So is this your way of saying, I like what this guy has to say? So that's transgender. No, I don't think I even know any transgenders. Am I going to sleep now? No, I'm working. I'm working even when I'm sleeping. But no, I'm not about to go to sleep. I'm about to go to work. So if y'all want to follow me more today, you either look at my Twitter, which is at Dre All Day, and my Snapchat at Dre Baldwin. I'm going to hit y'all later. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Make sure you get my first book, Buy a Game. It is free. Click the link right here below in the video description. I'm on all your favorite social media platforms, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope. All the links are right down here below. Is either Dre Baldwin or Dre All Day on each one of those sites. And make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down there and the thumbs up like button. Subscribe so you catch all the new content. I work on your game. Dre All Day.